from soup to nuts.
Fans are allowed on the field. Apparently squirrels are not.
And we'll detail the first days of a draft pick.
First day of pro baseball already in This Week in Baseball.
It's all coming up next, y'all, right here on This Week in Baseball. This Week in Baseball is brought to you by Pert Plus shampoo and conditioner. Great hair, no fuss. Pert Plus.
It still bugs me that I waited to try Old Spice High Endurance just because I thought all deodorants worked the same. Dumb. This proves it's the best. Better than the leading stick. It evaporates less quickly. It also lasts longer. Protects better. You can't ignore that. Or this guarantee. Try it. If you don't think it's the best, call 1-800-PROVE-IT, and they'll buy you a stick of yours. You gotta figure anyone that serious about deodorant deserves a serious shot. Come on, take the High Endurance Challenge from Old Spice. I did.
What makes the Sharp View Cam so unique? It's the camcorder that's always moving. It's being part of the action. It's the view screen that lets you enjoy it all. It's a shot you can't get with just any camcorder. It's the way to play the moment back instantly with all the color and sound. The Sharp View Cam is the new movement in camcorders.
Houston. Earlier this month, when Major League Baseball held its amateur free agent draft, we zeroed in on the Houston Astros to follow some of their selections on their first few days as professional ball players.
Houston.
772.
Houston selection is 998, Paul A. O'Malley. He's a right-hand pitcher, Illinois State.
From names on a draft board to World Series hero, every journey begins with a small step. And for these guys, that step was to fly to Syracuse, New York, en route to their first assignment as members of the Auburn Astros in the New York-Penn League. And there, they were met by trainer Mike Rock.
I'm just on my way, you know. Right now, I'm rookie, Class A ball, so just, you know, want to make it to the top, so take it step by step.
We focused our attention on a 22-year-old infielder, Don Scalaro from Florida Southern University.
Don? Yeah, how you doing? Don, Mike Rock, how are you? All right. Good to meet you. I'm the trainer. Welcome to New York.
I think everybody out there is going to be pretty nervous, you know, so I think once we start playing and everything, it's going to be great. I think the butterflies will go away. Right now, you know, they're there, of course. I'm ready. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's what I always dreamed about.
Okay, guys, welcome to New York, and now we're going to Auburn. All right. Check out the clubhouse.
When you start at the bottom, first class seems a million miles away. And nestled in the hills of upstate New York, so does Auburn, far away from family and friends.
This is Falcon Park.
Upon arriving at the place that will test their baseball mettle, the new draftees are welcomed by the rest of their teammates, everyone a big league hopeful, looking to live out a dream. They also got to meet the coaching staff.
How you doing, Don Scalaro?
Oh, nice to meet you, Don.
Nice to meet you. Don Scalaro.
You guys got in okay?
Yeah, everything's great.
Good.
Don and the rest of the guys knew that they had finally arrived once they settled into their lockers and hung up their first professional uniforms. And every player hopes his favorite number is available.
You want 42?
Yeah, I'll go with that. 42. Looks like there's only one, though.
That's your travel jersey. And that's your home jersey right there. All right.
For some guys, fame will come sooner than for others.
First day in pro baseball, already in this week in baseball.
Then it was off to survey Falcon Park at 68, the oldest park in pro baseball, now in its final season of operation.
It's got a great scoreboard, though.
You know? 330 down the line.
As their first day drew to a close, the draftees checked into a hotel, a temporary home, till the team finds them a host family or apartment. Day 2, time to meet the rest of the team. As the players pulled on their fresh new uniforms, the familiar sounds of locker room banter filled the air. It was also time for a short speech from their manager, 25-year-old Manny Acta.
Manny Acta. Nice to meet you. No females in hotel rooms.
Laying down the law. No beards, no chewing tobacco, strict adherence to curfew, and a plea to focus on nothing more than baseball.
Think about this. You're going to be here for 2 months and a half. You know, after you leave this place, you have the rest of the year to do whatever you wanted to do. I know how tough it is for them. Some of those guys, this is going to be their first time away from home, and you got to be like, you know, like a brother, like a big brother or a father to them, you know, make them feel very comfortable. You just got to get close to those guys, so close that, you know, they feel like a home.
Finally, time for the players to do what they do best. Get out on the field and play some good baseball.
Come set. If you're going to make errors, be aggressive.
It's a 76-game schedule in 79 days, and only 4 days to prepare. The jitters were jumping as Don and the boys played their first pro game against the Elmira Pioneers. Now, Don struggled at the plate, but held his own in the field, and naturally was mighty happy to get the first one out of the way.
A little shaky out there, you know, bat a little slow, a little different with the wood. It was kind of in my head a little, you know, using the wood bat for the first time, but it wasn't that bad. You know, after my first 2 at-bats, and I relaxed a little bit, and it was a little bit better, but it's good to get a win out of that. Real good. Great to win the first pro game. Real good.
From this day on, every game and every practice will be a test. Many will fail, but a lucky few will find a dream fulfilled, a dream to someday play big league baseball.
Details, positive terminal.
Park. At 68, the oldest minor league park in baseball. Now, you might recall that back in June, we paid a visit to Falcon Park to follow the fortunes of Don Scalaro. He had just been drafted by the Houston Astros and was assigned to their Class A team in the New-York-Penn League. We followed Don as he got his first uniform and played his first game. Even at this level, Don got to enjoy the benefits of being a professional baseball player, but he also discovered that being in the spotlight has a tendency to put you on the spot.
He was pitching, he had a little troubles, he got hurt, and it didn't work out the way.
Better watch your back, Don. But you know, his last game of the year was historic.
Last home game, a schedule of events.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Come on, bud.
You see, one of the problems with being baseball's oldest minor league park is that time has taken its toll. Rather than try to renovate, the Astros decided to replace Falcon Park with a $3.7 million facility on the very same site.
When I look at the stadium now, I think of a disaster. We know the stadium's in very poor shape.
We're very happy about the Houston Astros because they've been very cooperative with us. We know they could have pulled out almost 2 seasons ago. They chose to stick with us, and we're going to stick with baseball.
A lot of people are sad and teary-eyed that the ballpark will be taken away, but I'd say probably 85% of the people are ecstatic to see a new facility go up next year. We'll have clean bathrooms, we'll have clean concession stands, everything will be brand new, which really excites many members of the community. They figure it's a new lease on life for Auburn community baseball. We've turned the page, and we're done with this era of baseball history in Auburn. We're now heading towards the 21st century, and that excites everybody.
Well, Falcon Park has been home to lots of exciting baseball since the 1920s, and each passing generation has seen its share and embraced its favorite players.
I see a lot in the past. I don't say they all passed through here. Mel Stoudemire started here. Dempsey used to be a catcher. He started here.
Jim Boughton, Phil Linz, Joe Pepitone.
You'll probably remember Lonnie Smith or something. He was a crazy guy. He played. He was a nice guy, but he was a little wild.
In the last game ever played at Falcon Park, Don Scalaro was the guy who scored the winning run as Auburn swept a doubleheader and went out with a proverbial bang.
Hey, that's the way to say goodbye to the good old Falcon Park. Got it right, guys.
That's what it's all about right there. Last day at Falcon Park, baby, right there. What a way to win it. See, we just wanted to make it a good ending, Falcon Park right here, that's all.
And they didn't waste any time either, for just after the fireworks ended, a bulldozer began to raise the old and make way for the new. A new era for Auburn. Hey, fellas, how about that?